Fans, we're going to do our part, we'll play our part, they play theirs. Just give everything you possibly can and leave it all out there on the pitch.
I
know I love Everton Football Club, like.
I do as well.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. This is our last match preview of the season. It's Sheffield United versus Sunderland at Wembley. In this one, we're obviously going to be talking about the game, the video what we did the other day. It was just a chit chat, really.
It was. I mean, I thank you all for watching it, but we was just two blokes waffling crap in the stadium like car park, really. But yes, like you said, this one is about the game itself, which obviously is tomorrow. A lot of you are travelling down today. You are going to enjoy Trafalgar Square tonight, obviously. But
it's going to be a very exciting day for everybody that's involved with the club. You were just talking just before, and I think I might be a bit thingy saying this. I think it means more to Sunderland to get this promotion than it would Sheffield United, simply because they've been up, down, and they've recently been in the Premier League. They were expected to get back up straight away.
Yeah, well, if you look at certain things, I mean, the three that came down last season is two of them only went back up, and then if Sheffield United were the other ones, and like. I think it means more to us, just for the sheer fact that I would say to Paul, Sheffield United built their team this season for the Championship. If they don't go up, then they're not going to lose hardly any of their players. They're still going to have the same squad for next season. Whereas if we don't manage to get the job done, we're going to lose 4, 5 or 6 players, which, wouldn't be ideal. But if we do go up, I think we'll still lose a couple. But
well, you never know if we're going to. A lot of them said they would want. They would love to. Well, I'm saying this. It was all paper talk, really.
Yeah.
They would all steer if we went up. Well, the majority of them, anyway. But regardless, before we get on the rest of the video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel.
And as it's our last match preview of the season, as always, it's brought to you by Tyne and Weir Garage Doors.
Now then, VAR. We've got to talk about it simply because we've got one of the most craziest centre-halves when it comes to set pieces. You've seen all these antics. The kissing, the jumping on players' backs, the nipping, the pulling. At times we've been like, Luke, cut it out.
Yes.
We've got, and it's not just Luke 09 either. Trey Hume loves the tackle. So we're going to have to be very, very careful.
Nobody's tackles are mint.
Oh, they're minty are. But Reggie says we're going to have to look at the way we defend. He even said it in his press conference.
Yes, he did. I obviously won't listen to his press conference, and he did say he got asked off Nick Barnes, our mate. Oh, Nick. He got asked about like VAR. Obviously, we haven't had it all season. A lot of the players have never played with it. Have they done any work with it? And Reggie said yes, they have. Because obviously, offsides now is different. Obviously, all season we've had decisions go against us. Some have went for us. Don't get us wrong. But this time we're under no illusion where if it's offside, it's going to be given. If it's not, then we'll get away with it. So the forwards are going to be told to go to the end. He also said, and this is what he spoke about the most, was defending set pieces, like what you've just mentioned there. Obviously, we've got my mate Luke, who's a bit of he's just class. But he's a very clever man, Paul.
He's a bit of a wind-up.
He is a wind-up, but he's a very clever man. And I know you're concerned about his antics and like what we've seen him do in the past. But I don't think he'd be stupid enough to do it in this kind of game, knowing that we do have VAR.
The thing is, right, for me personally, I didn't think they should use it. Regardless, it's getting used, so it's by the by. I didn't think it should have been used simply because throughout the league, all the players have been playing without it. And then on the most important day for the playoffs, basically, it's getting used. I didn't think they should, but it's by the by.
But it got used in our League One playoff final with Wigan. Wait, we had it, but it never got used.
No, so I didn't get why it's getting used.
Wait, no, there was no incidents for it to be used.
Be used or not.
You know what I mean? But I agree with you. We went the whole season without it, so why have it now? But like you say, it's by the by. We've got it. And let's be honest. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, if it's worked in our favour and helped us get up,
I'll be out the moon.
That would be the best decision ever.
But looking at the game itself, there's a few options Reggie's got now. With a fully fit squad, there was rumours that Mundell might not be fit.
Calm down. It's not fully fit.
Oh.
We've still got injuries like Elise and Huggins.
But you know what I mean.
But everyone who's available for Coventry is available for Sheffield United.
Which is massive because that gives us much more of an attacking threat. Not just that, we get to have Lafay in the middle. That's where I want to see him. I think if that'll be crucial for us to win this game if we've got Lafay in the middle. What are you laughing for?
Because you're just automatically assuming that Lafay's going to be in the middle.
It's got to be.
But he wasn't against Coventry.
Where did the goals come from?
Yeah, I know they came from the feet.
When he was in the middle.
I understand that, but
It's got A for me.
when we played them, was he in 4-4-2 and the feet was on the
Ah,
left?
he was.
So we don't know what he's going to go.
Mundle weren't fit though.
Well, we're going to get to the team sections obviously much later on. For those who watched our videos before, that's where we get to it. But that I think already that sounds like it's going to be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Sheffield United, everyone knows about Sheffield United. We've played them twice this season. The record is they've won 1 and we've won 1.
In the last 5, they've won 3 and we've won 2. It's slightly advantage.
Bollocks, no. In this last 5, bollocks. We do that during the league. We're not doing it.
For the time, you have to.
What form?
Well, aye.
No, bollocks.
No form, just cut head-to-heads.
Oh, you mean head-to-head?
Ah, yeah, head-to-head.
All right, I thought you were going, you know, I always thought about the last 5 results.
No,
right, leave on it.
Head-to-heads.
No, that's bad. But you've got to bear in mind, the game that they beat us at their place earlier on the season,
Aye.
they only beat us because Roberts missed a penalty.
But, you see that, mate, we only managed to get the victory at our place because Patterson saved the penalty against Moa.
Nah, man.
But truthfully, mate, out of the 2 games, I thought we were slightly the better team at their place, but we were the better team at our place.
Oh, definitely.
9 scored an own goal. You know what I mean? When we beat them 2-1, it was Wilson and Mienda. Got to get them 2 on the pitch. That's the lineup later on. You know what I mean? And we beat them 2-1. Obviously, the class penalty saved by... Well, it was a terrible penalty, if you remember.
Yeah.
Strike down the middle on it. He saved it. I think he saved it with his feet.
Did I?
We managed to get the victory there. Down at their place, it was Roberts who missed the penalty, but it was 2 red cards, if you remember. Met them.
Yeah.
And
it was a close game as well.
It was a close game that end. Sheffield United fans, to all credit to them, said we were the best team that they've ever seen at their place up until that point.
Yeah.
I didn't know what's happened after that, but up until that point. Now, Chris Wilder's come out and said, since the Burnley game, we've reset, basically. We've had bad form before that, in the Burnley game, we've reset and we've just put minutes in legs and like basically what Reggie done.
Yeah, essentially.
But before that though, you look at the form just slightly before that, they did get beat off Plymouth, Oxford and Millwall.
Well, that was all in 1 week. that was the week that ruined their season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one way I'm looking at that, and I could be just being clutching at straws here, that was a big week for Sheffield United and the players buckled under the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
They knew they had to perform because Burnley and Leeds were getting their results and then they bottled it. They lost them 3 games in a row, which, let's be honest, they shouldn't have lost them. But they did, they buckled under the pressure. Was that Wilder being on them too much, or was it the players not being able to take it, not being able to handle it? This game on Saturday is the biggest game for both clubs in recent history. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm not normally one who does this, right? But I've looked at certain things. Sheffield United, I'm pretty sure, Sheffield United have been in 10 playoff finals and they've never won one of them.
Ah, yes, I heard that stat.
So they've never been promoted through the playoffs.
Do you want to say even more shit stat?
I've got another really shit one afterwards.
I bet it might be the same as mine. At Wembley, in 15 finals,
that is my one as well.
The fans that sat in the West End, 11.
10.
That's 11.
It's 10.
Well,
it's going to be 11.
I heard it was
it's going to be 11.
10 or 11. What was it? 10 or 11 has won. So that's a little omen, I suppose.
Yeah.
But in any way, moving back onto Sheffield United. Mate, they've got some really good players. One of them being PMA, 9 goals, 7 assists. Regardless, he can make things happen. If you're looking at a player who can pop up with a moment of brilliance, it is him. You look at him, and that's what Sheffield United do. They look to him to see if he can pop up and make things happen.
I actually believe he's been one of the best players in the Championship all season.
Totally agree.
I think he really has.
Very good player. They've obviously got the threat up front who we were all, well, not all of us, but we're fuming about it.
I never wanted him.
Kiefer Moore is 6'5". I think he's only got about 6 goals or something. But the thing is, right, from set pieces, he is an aerial threat. But when you've got Ballard who acts like 5 defenders in one, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
No,
he is he's a handful and he's a threat. He really is. But I'm not. Let's see, set pieces. Yeah, he is the threat. It's like Millwall with that Jay Cooper. You know, he's long enough to be continued. They win the headers. But we've got Dan Ballard, who's class in the air.
He is.
You've even got Isidore, who's good in the air. Isidore's been clearing from the corners and things like that.
First leg against Coventry, he was mint at it.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from Kiefer. I never wanted him.
No.
And then he went to Ipswich.
It was big money, wasn't it?
And then he went to Ipswich that season and freaking scored the goals to get them promoted.
But
still, I was never a big fan of him. I'm not. But he is a handful. And he can make things happen. He's a centre-half's nightmare because of the size of him and how physical he is.
And there's another one we need to talk about, mate, as well, who we're all talking about and apparently linked with, and that was Tom Cannon.
Yeah.
He's got 10 goals, not all for Sheffield United. I think he's got about 2.
No, he got 9 of them for Stoke.
That's one. Well, there you go. One or two for.
I never wanted him either. So no. I mean, the conversations I had with Reggie.
Didn't get him. They've obviously got Raksaki, Tyrese Campbell, Burrows. They've got
Tyrese Campbell's their best forward.
I think he is. He's really good.
He is. He's their best forward.
Raksaki as well. He was mint early on in the season, wasn't he?
Yeah. But then he had an injury and then he's died down a bit. But he is still more than capable. And like you see in games like this, the last game of the season, there'll be people like Trey Hughes been playing the second half of the season with an injury.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So I'm under no illusion that all of our players and the Sheffield United players are literally going to just give their all.
Oh, they have to.
They're going to give their all on Saturday, which means, but when people get carried away and they do give their all, it leaves people susceptible to making their errors.
Mistakes. Yes. Well, another player I'd like to mention, he hasn't got, like, you look at his stats and you might not think that much of them. It's Peck. In with a 50s haircut, who plays in the middle for them. He's a good player. They've got, can you remember Davies, who scored against us down at their place? He'd been injured for months and months and months. And we, at the time, all credit to us, but all thinking to us, we didn't really know at the time that he was had a massive injury. Then he scored against us because of the way he was celebrating while kicked off.
Yeah, we were thinking, what the hell did he? But we knew the background behind it afterwards. And we did correct it in a following video. They've also got Callum O'Hare, who is capable of doing things, a very good midfielder. And they've also got, not that someone, we will link with him again, but I didn't want him in that Brereton Diaz.
Aye.
He's capable, don't get us wrong, but I'd say I didn't want him. Look, they've got players, they've got capable, but
they've got threats all over the pitch, let's be honest.
Yeah, but so have we.
So have we, yes, exactly. I'm not taking that away from us, just obviously being well aware of what threat they can bring to us on the day. So we've got to be wary of certain threats on the pitch.
Well, we will be. I mean, Reggie and his staff will have done the due diligence. Check that out.
Hey!
They've done the due diligence. You tell them watching Suits. But they've done the due diligence and they'll be prepared for they'll know what Kiefer Moore's strengths are. They'll know what Heyman's strengths are. They'll know what all the other players we mentioned. They'll know what the strengths are. They'll know. But good thing as well about set pieces and balls coming into the box. Yes, you've got Kiefer Moore. If he was any longer, he'd be late. In the box, but you've got Patterson who's actually coming to a bit of form towards the back end of the season. He's coming out, he's getting his punches out, or he's coming out, he's gathering the ball, which is good, especially coming into this type of game.
Well, can you remember when I think it might have been the Coventry first one, when the ball came over the top, it Job on the way through, and it looked like he fumbled, but because it bounced off Bellingham, so you can forgive that one. But I agree, I think he's coming to a bit of form.
He's coming to a bit of form, and like I say, our defence has played class. Their main threat, their main man is Gustavo Heyman, which we've already mentioned.
Of course he is.
He's going to be in the centre midfield. He's going to be, Dan Neil's going to have a job with him.
Well, he's been playing out on the left for the past couple of games.
Has he playing actually on the left wing?
He's been playing out on the left against Bristol City.
Well, that's fine by me, because that means you've got Trey Hume, and if he does drift in the middle, then you've got Dan Neil. Mm-hmm. Like the Dan Neil, as I watched an interview with him the other day, obviously they were focusing on the fact that famous picture with Dan Neil where when we're playing Man City, when we're playing what's it called, Man City in the League Cup final, and he's there as a kid with his top over his hoodie and all that,
crazy,
and wearing his big baggy tracksuit bottoms.
To think that kid's now captain of,
and now he's captaining us on the plane. So
class.
One thing which probably will be hard for Dan Neil is him not getting overexcited. You know what I mean? Because it'll mean that much to him. This will be his first time wearing the red and white at Wembley.
Imagine that.
And the armband. Go on, Dan Neil, lad.
Yeah, it's going to be unreal for him. And like you say, I hope he just concentrates on the game rather than the occasion. We should talk about that because Reggie said as well, I want them in a bubble. Can you remember on these press conferences, he says, I want them in a bubble. I didn't want them to soak all this atmosphere up and get carried away. He wants them in a bubble.
Well, what he said was, I think the phrase he used was that he said one of the biggest things in this squad at the minute is the mindfulness and the togetherness.
Aye.
And one player, I know he's a joker and he's a wind up and all that, but the one thing that Luke O'Neill will have a massive impact on this squad because he does all this psychology stuff and
he's the club captain.
He's the club captain, so he'll be the biggest voice and the wisest head, if you will, in that change room because he does all the psychology stuff. Because if you remember when he first came to us, his career was going down the pan. He was getting depressed and everything, and then he started adapting different different aspects to his game. One of them being the psychology thing and doing things the right way, living life the right way. And so he has got a smart head on his shoulders, but he is just a wind-up merchant because
it's the child in him, which everyone's got the inner child, and Luke loves to express that, doesn't he? Oh, why are you the worst? But look at, mate, there's not just him in the change rooms. You've got the likes of, I've seen videos of Isidore, Samed. You've also got Lafay. Them are big, funny characters within.
Mepham as well. Mepham's got premiership experience. You know what I mean? We have got a good bunch of lads in our squad. We really have. We've got, and the beautiful thing is that everyone brings different things. So you've got like the people who can do the talk, and then you've got people who can, you know, maybe just come up to someone and just give them a fucking, you know what I mean? And I don't know why I actually did this, but you know, I could have just said it. But no, listen, we're going into tomorrow's game. Obviously, it's massive,
huge.
Reggie's biggest statement that he said, and he said it a few times, was that we are ready.
Well, the funny thing is, I liked as well. It's the mindset again. Was the players. Reggie, when he first went into the meet the players, basically says, "What's your ambitions for this season?" They went promotion, and here we are.
That's what he said. Here we are.
48 games later. It's massive.
Basically, Reggie could literally say, right, he's going to do all the preparation. He'd been doing it since the Coventry game. He'd been doing the preparation, getting them all ready, getting what he wants across, and then literally tomorrow at 3 o'clock, or say 2:45 before they walk on the pitch, Reggie's literally just going to say, "Over to you."
Aye, that's what it is. We like it's similar to the fans. We go and do our part. We'll play our part. They play theirs. Just give everything you possibly can and leave it all out there on the pitch. Graft your arse off for every ball, and you know that's all we ask really, to put a shift in, play with a pride for the shirt, which I think they'll do in anyway. I know, looking at the way they performed, looking at the celebrations at the end of the Coventry game, I'm fully aware that they will do that in my aid in anyway.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But also, just a message for the fans, because I know some of you will be watching this travelling down today. Enjoy Trafalgar Square tonight. Soak every bit of it up. Really, really enjoy it. Aye. Give it your all. Throw yourself into it. Make sure you've got plenty of paracetamols, coffees in the morning, because we need to be the 12th man tomorrow.
Or just stop up all night and then carry on the next year.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Although I know some of you will.
Aye. Right then, Stephen, let's get on with the lineup. Now, I think the defence picks itself. I think it's Circling, Hume on the other side, Patterson in goal, 09 Ballard. I think it picks itself.
Yes, I'm with you. I believe that will be the back five.
Right. Now in the midfield, for me, the three has to be Dan Neil, Job and Lafay.
So are you thinking that he's going to go 4-5-1?
I kind of second guessing, you know what I mean? You know what? It's so hard to predict what Reggie does, because every time we say something, he'll do the opposite.
Well, say the last 5 games of the season, we got beaten all that, but we knew we were finishing 4th. And every single one of them games, he played 4-5-1. And we thought, right, well, this is him getting ready for the playoffs. This is his team, especially the last 2 games. This is his team. This is his formation. And then we went out against Coventry and went 4-4-2. We're like, where the hell is this come from? So is he going to do that? Because last time when we played Sheffield United on New Year's Day at our place, we went 4-4-2 out of nowhere and they couldn't handle us.
Nah, that's the thing. And then 2 goals, what was scored, it was putting their defence under pressure. So, listen, to get Lafay into the middle, then who misses out? That's the thing. Does Roberts come out for Mienda on one side with Wilson at the top, because we like to see Mienda come in?
Roberts is starting.
I know that. I know he'd start him, because he's go-to man as a right winger. He hasn't, when people's been, Roberts is shit, he's never not put him in. Never not put him in.
For the lineup wise, because we don't know what he's going to go with, like you've just said. I've got 2 potential lineups, what I would go for, like one for both positions. Formation, sorry. And obviously the 4-5-1, like you said, I agree with what you said. Neil, Job, Lafay, Mundle on the left, Roberts on the right, and then Mienda up top.
Mienda, so you got Mienda?
I'd have Mienda. But if we do the 4-4-2, then I believe it'll be Job and Neil in the middle, Lafay on the left, Roberts on the right, and then Wilson and Mienda up top.
I think that's what it be. Do you know why? Because Mundle is just coming back from an injury, and you know what Reggie does. He'll introduce him with about 15 minutes to go.
But will he though? Because it's the last game. He's now got 3 months.
Well, in his press conference he says there's 2 or 3 options, didn't he?
June. So he's got 2.5 months to recover and get fit for next season. Do you know? But he's back. He's fit.
He is.
So
There's so many options to
If
gamble
we
on.
go 4-5-1, Mundle starts for me. If we go 4-4-2, Mundle's on the bench, Lafay's on the left. With Wilson and Mayenda up top.
I think we'll set up the way we did when we beat them at the Stadium of Light. That's what I think it will set up like. Because Wilson and Mayenda up top caused them any amounts of problems.
Yeah.
And after that, we changed it. And we were like, why? If you remember, throughout the season, we were like, why has he changed it? We've done so well.
Me and you were going nuts because we were like, well, we've just destroyed. They couldn't, well, not destroyed, but they couldn't handle us. Sheffield United, one of the best teams in the league, they couldn't handle us playing 4-4-2. Why have we went back to that? We won 4-4-2, won 4-4-2. And then I think we played 4-4-2 against Portsmouth and we beat them.
Coventry.
Just. And then, Coventry was 4-5-1.
I think the first half wasn't it?
But then we went back to 4-4 and then we were kicking off 1-4-4-2, 4-4-2, then we played 4-4-2 against Preston, it was shit.
That's just when the bad run started, didn't it? Around about that time. But regardless, I think if you've got to try and get Mayenda, Wilson and Lafay on this pitch at the same time, and I would love to see the link-ups between Mundle and Lafay as well.
Yeah.
It's such a headache for Reggie because it's a good headache, but he's got 2 or 3 options to pick from, hasn't he?
Well, I'd like to say, if you've got Lafay in the middle and you've got Wilson and Mayenda on the pitch, right, the ability of Lafay's passing, if he's got 2 Speedy Gonzalez in front of him, it doesn't matter which one he sends through, they're going to get past the defenders, you know what I mean? So, look, there's many options. We don't know which one he's going to go with. That's mine and Paul's thoughts on the possibilities.
Let us know in the comments, who do you think should start? What formation do you think
what you was going
crack on with?
But I mean, listen, it's going to be a fantastic day. Regardless of what happens, it's been a good season. Obviously, I'm quietly confident. I think it's going to be a completely different game. Yes, I know Coventry kind of dominated us over the 2 legs, but it's the result that matters. And Sheffield United don't play football that way. So I believe it's going to be possibly end-to-end stuff.
Well, for me, Stephen, I've never got carried away. Like previous seasons gone by, like...
Did you see you've never getting carried away?
Not this...
Oh, this year?
No, this year.
I think we were talking just in general.
I've learned from my mistake previously when we were playing, was it the time when we got in the playoffs, the first season of the Championship, I thought, I got carried away, sorry. Now, this season I've been the total opposite. I thought, listen, it's been a good season. If we didn't get through, we didn't get through. But then the team surprised us. I never thought we would play the way we did, so defensively, but we've done a good job and it worked. So now in the final, I've still got that feeling like, I'm not getting carried away. Whatever happens. And it's done us good up to now, so I'm going with that mindset. Like, whatever happens. And I really mean it though. I think it's been a class season.
I do as well. I really do as well. I mean, look at last season, finishing 16th, and then where we've come this season. I think it's been fantastic. On and off the pitch, it's been great. Everything from the kit launches, bringing back the retro shirts, to signings we've brought in, the way we've been playing, the results,
the celebrate, like all that.
Exactly, the celebrations. Let's be honest, it's been great. And then we've got one more to go. We really have. So for all of you who's down there today, fucking enjoy Trafalgar Square.
Wait, before you finish it, did you?
I'm not finishing it yet. I'm just.
I thought you were closing it off.
No,
did you hear about KLD and the investors if we're gone up? Well, apparently there's been numerous articles done regarding KLD that he's got investors lined up. So if we get promoted, there's going to be heavy investment.
It's just a shame you can't spend it because
it's just all paper talk. You know what I mean?
Of course it is. You didn't need to show them what paper was.
Like you nearly brought me back.
They know what paper is, you moron. But no, Trafalgar Square, enjoy it, be loud, show London that the Red and White Army is back in London for the 5th time in 6 years.
Show them how to take our Trafalgar Square.
Well, they've already done that, man.
Not
of course, that pitiful attempt last time. But look, enjoy it. Clean up your mess. You know what I mean? Look at the state of left the rubbish all over.
Oh, mate, I'll be in such a state I wouldn't care. But I know it is nice if someone's gone around cleaning up.
But tomorrow is the big day. People will be getting around Wembley very, very early. You'll be there slightly before me because you're leaving slightly before me. But we'll get down there, a few hours around outside the ground beforehand, and then getting inside, bringing the noise. Like Michael Bridges did a video saying, make sure we bring the noise on with the lads. Have you seen the Everton fans? What some of the Everton fans are saying?
No.
Some of the Everton fans have actually put a video out to Everton Football Club saying they're expecting Jordan Pickford to be at Wembley.
Just watched it. Aye.
Jordan Pickford's going to be at Wembley. They're expecting him to be there on Saturday. But he said if Sunderland win, let him have Sunday off. let them celebrate with the fans. That's what they're with the players or with the fans. That's what they said. He says that the fans said we can't finish higher than 13th. We can't finish lower than 13th. No. He went, yes, we're playing Newcastle, we're still getting the Champions League, but Pickford's a mad Mackham. That's what they said. He's a mad Mackham. He's Sun through and through. We all know this. He went, if Sunderland get up, give him Sunday off and just let him go nuts. Let him get the rave on.
I know what I love Everton Football Club like.
I do as well. I really do love them.
I really do. But that's probably about it. We've waffled the canny bit, like, actually.
Not new there.
No,
finish the season as we've done it the whole time so far.
But like Stephen says, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
And if you see us tomorrow, give us a shout. We'll get you on the video if you want to. And
no, that's about it.
Like we say, bring the noise.
Hit the thumbs up.
No, Paul, what are you doing?
What?
What's your score prediction, you dodgy
Shit,
melt?
Fucking bollocks. Right.
Leave that in, by the way.
Right then, you're going first.
The last game of the season. I am going in fairly quietly confident. I'm saying Sunderland 3-1.
Oh,
I really do. I think we're gonna get the first goal. I think we're gonna go 2-0 up. Then they're gonna pull one back, and then we're gonna get a late one.
Well, I think it's gonna be 2-1 Sunderland. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to...
Hold on. You rolled, I heard your eyes roll when I said 3-1. You only said one goal different to mine.
No, the reason I see it because you got that poxy scoreline all the time.
You've said it more than me this season.
It's never ever happened.
You've said it more than me this season.
I don't know why.
You keep on pinching it just so I can have it.
I so you can't hear it, but I think it'll be 2-1. We'll get an early goal, they'll equalise, and then we'll get a late one in the 95th minute or something like that.
But let's be honest, I'll take a 1-0 own goal as long as Sunderland lifting that cup at the end of the day.
Definitely.
But that's it. Isn't it? See you down. We'll see you. Enjoy yourselves. Bring the noise. Sunderland away. Let's get the job done. Let's get us back where we belong. And Paul,
can I say it now?
Go on then.
Hit the thumbs up
and subscribe if you're new.